All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties. I spent $900 on this fucking computer and it can't even stay connected to the fucking internet. It doesn't have an Ethernet port, so I can't just fucking hardwire plug into this bitch and it just drops Wi-Fi connection willy fucking nilly. And now I can't even reconnect. So sorry for the technical difficulties. We're going to throw it back over to Nick, continue on with your White Sox. And unfortunately, you guys aren't going to be able to see my beautiful face for the remainder of this podcast for those of you watching it on YouTube. But for some of you, you probably don't want to see it anyway. So Nick, I'll throw it back over to you.
Yeah. Let me see if I can remember. What was the last thing I was talking about? You said Tim Anderson, or was
Tim
I
Anderson
talking about
coming back? Tim Anderson
coming back.
back.
Tim Anderson. Hopefully he's going to get his Charlotte start soon, and he'll be back. I believe I was also saying that the team will take him as far as he will. The team will go as far as he will take him. He's obviously the spark plug on the field, while Jose Abreu is probably the guy in the clubhouse that's talking everybody up, getting everybody going. I was also saying that Yohan Moncada needs to get his ass whooped by probably Jose Abreu, who should get in his face, get him going, because his body language is very poor. As of now, it's looking like we've definitely lost that Chris Sale trade with Michael Kopech also having some knee discomfort. Don't know how long he'll be out, or if he's going to be on the IL or anything like that. That's another bad thing for the White Sox, as well as like I may mention too, Jake Berger just got hurt. Probably the list goes longer. Yasmani.
And I don't know if you saw it, but it actually just happened a couple hours ago. Liam Hendricks got put on the 15-day IL with a forearm strain. It was retroactive to about the 10th or 11th. So he's already 3 or 4 days into that 15 days. But so he's down with I believe a forearm strain.
Yeah, that's just it's getting ridiculous. I mean, obviously the lineup that's coming out every day is not the lineup that we've expected from this team. Some people just have to get going to get through this. Right now we're playing a very shitty Detroit Tigers ball club, so get through these games. You got to beat them up. You got to fucking wail on these teams. Like I said, with Yasmani going down, while he was having a shit outing, he was getting a little bit hotter. I was kidding. Wow, he's getting his batting average actually up to 180. Then unfortunately, that's when he gets with the back spasm, so he'll be on I think a 10-day IL. Reese McGuire is actually hitting the ball very well. He's hustling. He's attacking pitchers right away. He's actually, I see a little Tim Anderson spark in him. Like I said, he's actually swinging at first pitch strikes that are going right down the middle. Whether or not he's making, getting them in play or fouling them off, he's making it known that he's being active with these at bats. So I like that. Sebi Savala I personally like Sebi. I like the way that he plays. Maybe not the best offense. He does help in the defense, so that's pretty good. Let me see. Jesus Christ. I think Aaron Bummer also went out. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I have one thing to add before we get way too off topic. I like that you mentioned Jose Abreu has to sort of like kick these guys in the ass and get them woken up. Another guy who I think is gonna do that and sort of had signs of it last night was Lance Lynn. Even though he didn't have the greatest outing, Sox still got the win. You saw him get into it with one of the pitching coaches about
McEwen, the third base
third base coach. Yeah, he got into it with them and
I mean, you can tell he's
pissed. Like even though he hasn't been there, he's pissed with how the team has played, and he's a veteran guy. Him and Jose have to say something, do something, even if it's something little like that. Like we sit here and we say, fire Tony. We chant out at the games, fire Tony. For a player and for a leader of Lance Lynn's caliber to oppose the managing, to oppose the coaching and say, hey, listen, maybe we're not doing shit right. I want to start winning. That'll definitely, potentially wake up a couple of the other guys on the team, in my opinion.
Yeah, they need something to get them going. And I know firing that's I think I'll probably end up leaving off on. Firing Tony LaRussa isn't going to solve everything right away. But is he not just the sole reason that they're just
Yeah, he
pissing
definitely is.
away this caliber, this opportunity every single day. Like again, with these ridiculous lineups, you had the Dodgers broadcasting booth laughing at the idea of Leury Garcia being
Yeah,
up in the line, it being number, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. That means, mathematically, if they do get a couple of hits, when they do, he's going to get a fourth or a fifth at bat. Why in the fuck is Leury Garcia getting more than 3 at bats? I mean, it's good if we're all hitting, but not because it shouldn't be because he's hitting 3, 4, 5 in the lineup. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
I
I understand. I understand switching the lineups around and messing with things when you're not doing good. But this, like, he was doing
Not
this
when
opening week.
there hasn't
Exactly.
been one single lineup that's been exactly the same. No one can
Exactly.
get
And
no one can get used to it.
if
It's
you want to get someone going, put them up top 1, 2 in the lineup. That's fine, and that's all good and dandy. But it's been almost 2 months now, and it's pretty obvious that Larry Garcia, the top of the lineup, it's not effective. Like they were
oh,
doing that the first 2 weeks of the season, and oh, we're just gonna throw him back up 1, 2, and hopefully he gets going.
throw
No,
him at with
it's
the
been proven that it
throwing him
doesn't work.
3 and justifying it by saying, "Oh, we just want to shake things up. Maybe that'll get his confidence going." What the fuck are you doing? That should have been you should have been called in the question right there. I that's when I was like, "Yeah, this is getting really bad. This is falling apart now at the seams, and it's ridiculous that this old man isn't fucking gone." And like I said, it won't solve everything. I believe, an analogy or a, fucking metaphor simile that I like to think about is a rock band, goes to a hotel and fucks the shit out, fucks it up, fucking, tears the pillows apart. The comforters are all fucked up. TV's broken. What is then the Sox, front office would be the maid service. They're not going to solve everything in one day. They're not going to clean all that in one day by firing Tony LaRussa. But, you spray a little bit of this there, you spray a little of that there, you get the cum stains out of that one, you get the fucking blood out of that, then you're at least getting something going. And that's what firing Tony LaRussa would do. You're getting a little bit going. And it pains me to see. It makes me physically ill. I'm caused physical pain every time the White Sox just fuck up, and it's just unreal. Losing 2 out of the 3 to the Rangers while they're getting a little bit hotter and they're playing 500 baseball. Sure, that's cool for them. It's embarrassing to drop 2 extra inning games where we had both those games won. It truly had that last game won. It came down to they were down 0-2 and just gave up those runs and just absolutely fucked everything up. It's just ridiculous that the Sox couldn't get it going. Embarrassing. And at this point, I'm not even thinking about the division. I'm barely. I'm just trying to maybe we can get a wild card. That's where I'm at mentally now, and it's upsetting. It's upsetting because at certain points in my day, I'm just straight up fuck the White Sox. That's what I say, and it hurts. It hurts to say. It truly does. But that's where I'm at right now as a fan. Fuck them, because this I'm not giving up on them. I'll never give up on them. But god damn, this sucks. It sucks. And like I said, we going back and forth, injuries, this management, that something needs to change. We got the trade deadline coming up. I've already said my suggestions. I got so much. I don't even know what to do. Who needs to go? What needs to happen? Something new needs to happen because I'm in pain. I'm in a lot of pain. That's it. I'm going to leave it at that. Fire Tony LaRussa. Maybe more shit'll come to me with my brain because I got so. I'm glad we only do this once a week right now, because if we did some sort of podcast or an episode maybe a day or two after, I'd be screaming. I would have probably broke something on air just to prove a point, but calm down a little bit, trying to pull it back and mature. But holy fuck, I'm at a loss. I have nothing. I have no more. I don't know. I'm losing it. So maybe Maybe you can give me a little bit of help, maybe something somewhere. I know teams that are been out in the basement are now in their 12-game winning streaks, like the Braves, the Philadelphia Phillies and shit like that. Where's our 10-game win streak coming? I don't see it. I have no, I don't know. I don't see it coming. Where's the offense going to come from? So someone tell me that. Otherwise, I'm not even going to look at their schedule. I don't know who's coming up. Fucking play ball, go White Sox, but who cares? Like my new hat. There you go. That's it. That's all I got. No hat. There you go. Happy Father's Day. There you go.
Let's see. I'll take it over. Not too much to talk about on the north side. Haven't won a game since we last recorded back on June 7th. 9-3 loss that day against the Orioles. Wednesday got postponed. And then we went into New York against the big bad fucking evil empire Yankees and got our asses completely fucked. A total of 5 runs for the Cubs in the series and 28 runs against. So it was ugly. Yeah, it was ugly. We got our asses fucked sideways. And then we dropped one last night, Monday at home against the Padres. Keegan Thompson, I know I've been talking him up a lot on this podcast, sort of comes back down to earth over his last 2 starts. He was 6-0 with a 1.9 ERA, now sitting at 6-2 with a 3.67. So he went up against obviously the Yankees, got shelled. I don't even think he made it 3 innings in his outing against the Yankees, and then also got lit up against the fucking, I believe last Tuesday when we were recording, he pitched against the Orioles where he gave up the 2-3 solo shots in the first inning. So Keegan Thompson, the bright spot of the Cubs pitching, definitely the starting rotation. He's come a little bit back down to earth over the last week. The Cubs DFA Clint Frazier, and I think I've been calling for this for a while. But as much as I'm okay with this, I still think he didn't get a fair shake. Like, he only had 47 major league at bats with the Cubs this year. He was hurt, got sent down for a little bit, had a little rehab assignment, came back up, played, I believe, 2 games, and then got DFA'd right away. So I get it. I mean, obviously, being a top round pick for the Yankees didn't work out for them. We took a risk on him. Someone must have saw something in his game that they didn't like to DFA him only 47 at bats into his Cubs career. But whatever, he gone. He might clear waivers. If he does, then he'll be back down in the minors, hopefully trying to figure out his fucking game. But I'm just wondering why is Jason Hayward still here and Clint Frazier's not? As much as Clint Frazier has struggled, Clint Frazier would struggle with the Yankees, struggling with the Cubs, a little injury prone. I would rather see a younger guy out there in right field getting reps over Jason Hayward, who he can't fucking hit. The dude, we're paying him $180 million to hit ground balls to second base all day. I would rather see the younger guys out there. I know Brennan Davis is a little bit banged up right now, but I wouldn't mind calling him, or I think it's not Vince Velasquez, another Velasquez, one of our other top outfielding prospects, call them up to play right field. I'd take Clint Frazier in right field over Jason Hayward. So I still don't understand why this guy's here. I know he's got a year left on the contract, and I don't understand why, but some Cubs fans love the guy. They adore him. He's a fucking fan favorite. Why? I don't know. I don't give 2 fucks about the guy. I'm just wondering why this dude is still starting every day in right field. And then the last thing on the Cubs, we've been talking about it for a couple weeks now. We're wondering if the Cubs are going to make a deal with Wilson Contreras, if they're going to trade him, if they're just going to outright let him walk after the year, which would be a total Cubs move. Don't even get anything back for the guy. Him and the Cubs came to an arbitration deal earlier this week. And a lot of people have been saying the reason the Cubs haven't re-signed him yet is because of that arbitration deal. They wanted to see what this third-party arbitrator came in and valued Wilson Contreras at. I believe Wilson Contreras wanted $12.5 million, and the Cubs offered him 8 point something or 7 point something or something like that. And they came in, but the arbitrator went right down the middle of both of their numbers. And I think he got like 9.625 million for this year. So, next year, the way he's playing, whether it's with the Cubs, whether it's someone else, I told our buddy Kyle this. He's like, you don't fucking know shit. Wilson Contreras probably going to be the highest paid catcher in baseball next year, north of,
He'll probably be on the Mets.
Yeah, or something like that. If he got 9.6 in arbitration, he goes to free agent. He'll probably get $11-12 million a year from somebody. So I hope it's from the Cubs. I love Wilson.
If I'm not mistaken, the narrative with a lot of people saying it's just like if the Cubs really wanted him back, wouldn't they have just have re-signed him already, or at least have tried?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I mean, that's just where a lot of people's heads are at.
I'd love to keep him around. I love Wilson. He's a leader.
He's a dog.
Offensively,
dog.
Defensively. I mean, there's not a lot of catch. Maybe JT Realmuto. There's not a lot of great all around catchers like that in baseball nowadays. And obviously, going back to last year,
but can he pitch like Yadier Molina?
Yeah, Wilson's got a cannon, dude.
Okay.
If the next time the Cubs are down 12, I'd like to see Wilson on the mound throwing fucking gas, because you know the saying, don't run on Wilson. Nobody fucking runs on Wilson, and I'd like to see that dude on a mound hurling a fucking baseball at someone. We'll probably never see it because he's not Frank Schwindel. He's a fucking valuable player. No one wants to risk him getting hurt pitching. But I would like to see that. But going all the way back to last year and the Cubs trading Bryant, trading Rizzo, trading Baez, I always said I wanted to keep Rizzo for the sentimental fact because he's a leader, and I wanted to keep Wilson because we know what Wilson Contreras is. And I really hope they do. All signs are pointing to, they're not probably going to trade him. A couple of reports came out earlier that the Yankees right now are actively shopping both Tyler Higashioka and who's their other catcher? Can't remember the name of their other catcher. So, I mean, if they put both of their catchers up on the market like that, I think they're just trying to upgrade at the position. And, fucking who better than Wilson Contreras right now? So, that's really it. We got a game coming up tonight. Padres. Not sure who's on the fucking mound. I wish I could pull it up, but again, my computer is a piece of shit. We got Sean Manaea and Kyle Hendricks going at 7:05 at Wrigley. And then we run into the Red Hot Braves Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Wrigley. So that'll be ugly. Bet the Braves -1.5 every game. You'll probably hit at least 2 out of 3 of them. Other than that, go Cubs, go Sox. Fuck, man. It's just a bad time to be a Chicago baseball fan.
Yeah. I would maybe, like, if I had anything on the Cubs, I would love to chime in and say something on that. But I of course, I got really nothing. I got to, deal with our own bullshit over here. But what I failed to bring up when I was talking was just maybe a good replacement, maybe some good ideas of just obviously a couple names that have been shooting around. I mean, personally, to me, I'm okay with getting Joe Girardi. He's proven that, he did just get fired by the Phillies, obviously, and they were having a rough stretch. Now they're looking a little bit better. He's been spotty where he's been, but he's had success. So get a guy like that. He's a no nonsense, no bullshit guy, and he's still, relatively young. He's not an old fucking geriatric old man. But a lot of a name that everyone's throwing around and thinking it's their idea because fucking I don't know if you saw Hawk Harrelson just did a sit down interview with Red Line Radio when they
I listened to it.
White Sox.
I like that. That
was good.
Good interview.
He suggested and a great idea. AJ Przinsky. Why not? I mean, I get I think he's got whatever that broadcasting deal or whatever, but get him going, get him an interview. He's probably, I think, just like Joe Girardi, a former catcher. Like these former catchers end up making Joe on the guy in the Cubs right now, Ross.
Yeah, David Ross.
David
they're
Ross.
smart fucking guys, man.
Like that's what they are. I mean, they call the games basically the entire time when in that position. Then that translates over to being a manager a lot, like very, very, very. The correlation is very positive. So why not AJ Przinsky? Again, a guy that would not only he would be a player's manager. He'd be able to get down to the level. He's probably, if I'm not mistaken, you think he play with Abreu a little bit? He got maybe towards the end of his career. He got like the rookie season of Abreu, but whatever. Who cares? Like just get him going. Get a guy like that. That would be my suggestion. Like I said, but that's fucking shout out to Hawk Harrelson. Good idea for that. Anybody else besides that? I mean, I wouldn't be opposed, but that's the obviously clear cut suggestion. I mean, that's just get him going, get him in there. If you got nothing else on Cubs Sox, I feel like we can move on to whatever else we really had.
We could talk some other baseball.
Tim Anderson, I didn't really see what's going on Twitter. Tim Anderson now is he impregnated his baby mama, so that's something to look out for. Oh well, I'm gonna give him the pass. Only if he was on any other team, we'd probably be shaking our finger, but he's on the Sox, so oh well. I'm gonna brush that under the rug. Who cares? Like I said, moving on to anything else, Josh Donaldson lost his suspension appeal, and that was, again, relating to calling Tim Anderson Jackie, whatever that was a couple weeks ago now. So cool. Fuck him. I think he served it. I think he's serving it today, if anything, serving it right now as we are recording. So cool. Fuck you, Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, that's about it on him. And then you got two little things right here. You got something on Joey Votto and then something on the Giants. So whatever you feel free, shoot away.
Yeah, so I guess the story we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, the whole Jock Peterson, Tommy Pham, Mike Trout, fucking fantasy football drama. The Giants actually played yesterday, and pregame warmups, they came out wearing custom-made shirts that said stashing players on the IR isn't cheating. So good to see they're backing their boy. They're having a little fun with it. Obviously, that locker room, they're having fun. They're playing great baseball right now. Yeah. They just swept the Dodgers. So that's impressive.
Like
that's just funny.
They haven't done that in a couple of years or something like that at home or some shit. Yeah. So that's pretty cool on them. And yeah, Jock Peterson's absolutely raking right now. He had like 3 home runs in 2 games the other day, and they were just absolute. They were into the Covey Cove or
McCovey Cove? Yeah,
McCovey haven't been there, so that's just bad on me. Either way, he's absolutely just tearing it up. The Giants are doing very well altogether too. I keep seeing the thing. They're like, every time that Aaron Judge does something, they're like, oh my God, San Francisco is just going to be paying more and more for him next year. So that's where it seems to be where everyone thinks that Aaron Judge is going to next year, San Fran. So I just think, yeah, good on them. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, and then they're 3 games back. They're 3 games back of the NL West lead right now. So
just to relate back to the shirts themselves, I'm just glad that they're just putting facts on T-shirts again. That's actually good to see. Yeah, stashing players on their IR, that's not cheating. You're just a big bait. Again, we'll say this for the 3rd or 4th episode in a row. Tommy Pham, you're a big fucking baby. Learn how to play fantasy. That's it. Fuck him.
Get better.
Yeah, do better.
Yeah, idiot. And then the last funny story I had, I actually saw it scrolling on Twitter earlier. Last night at the Reds Diamondbacks game in Arizona, a young girl who was a Reds fan, big Joey Votto fan. She was holding up a sign asking Joey Votto to make a TikTok with her in the middle of the game.
Fuck it.
So yeah, he went up to her. I don't know. They did the gritty dance or whatever the fuck you call it. Yeah. And she went one way and then he went the other. And then they both went across doing the dance at the same time. So it's, again, with the T-shirts, making TikToks. it's just good to see these guys having fun. Everyone loves Joey Votto.
Good
I
for the
mean,
game. Oh yeah,
exactly. It's good for the game. That's how you get young fans into the game. Like as much
100%.
as I like it, they mic up all these players on Sunday Night Baseball and primetime games. They did it with fucking Patrick Wisdom last Sunday. Of all fucking people to mic up in that game, you mic up Patrick Wisdom, and the mic didn't even work half the time. He's like, I can't hear. He's like, I can't hear you guys. This shit's cutting out. Doing shit like this is how you get like.
100%.
Unfortunately, I hate to say it because unfortunately, it's the world we live in. But that's what young kids give a fuck about: is TikTok, doing stupid dances, shirts with funny slogans and sayings on them, like. That's I think it's not everyone likes the 500-foot fucking bombs and 100-mile-an-hour. That shit's fun, bat flips, yada yada. But other little shit like that, just the fan interactions, having fun, players between teams, whether it is serious with Tommy Pham and everybody or whether it's just joking at this point, we don't know. But it's good for baseball. And like I said, everybody loves Joey Votto. I think he's a fucking surefire Hall of Famer one day. One of, if not the best Canadian baseball player of all time.
Yeah.
And sort of same thing with me growing up with Albert Pujols, guys like Albert Pujols, Jim Edmonds, Scott Rowland on the Cardinals, even me now with Key Brian Hayes on the Pirates. You as a Cubs fan, you see these guys 16 times a year. We've been seeing fucking Joey Votto for the last 10 years. He's always doing fun shit like this with the fans. So
eating the nacho or whatever. I remember seeing him too.
He ate the nacho. He fucking the one time the Reds fan interfered with like a foul ball.
Oh
He like grabbed the shirt. He's like, come on, dude, you're a Reds fan. And then he apologized after the game and he gave the dude like I think
he was actually pissed. Yeah, you can tell
he was.
Yeah, that wasn't like a joking, like, oh, ha ha ha. Pending a like traumatic brain injury, that girl's gonna remember that forever. So that's pretty cool for her.
Yeah, she'll always be a Joey Votto fan.
That too. And then if you want to even take it further, maybe just a diehard Red fan or whatever. That's how you turn the casual into a diehard. That's
exactly
doing stuff simple like little thing like that. And then she has a story forever. And it's just, well, it's not, I wouldn't say just another footnote or whatever. It's a cool thing for Joey Votto to do too. He's like, hey, I did that too. I helped. Yeah, that's just whatever. That's just always awesome to see. That's it's big. Some things sometimes, that's
good
not,
good on him.
Yeah, it's not, not the deepest one, but that's always cool. Just helping the game grow. I think the last little thing on MLB I just saw, just kind of scrolling by, is maybe I guess a little tie into the Cubs because you guys are playing them right now. The Padres, Fernando Tatis had a little bit of a setback, so I don't know when we're going to be seeing him. His wrist injury. So again, another season where the White Sox win that James Shields trade. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, dude needs to stop riding his fucking motorcycles around Venezuela or Dominican Republic, wherever it was in the off season. I think we talked about it. Yeah, we were talking about it, and like in spring training, they talked to him about his wrist, and he told them like he fell off the motorcycle, and they're like, it was, again, I don't know exactly what the quote was, but the front office was like, oh, did you hurt your wrist like falling off your motorcycle? And he said, which time? So like, he had fallen off his motorcycle like 2, 3, 4 times.
Oh, that's right.
He's like, I don't know which time it might have been.
And then right around simultaneously that went down. And then there was also a viral, not viral, somewhat, spring training video. They're all on the golf cart. They got like 6, 7, 8 guys on one golf cart, and it starts tipping over sideways, and they're like, oh fuck. And then they got a couple of them got to jump off, so the weight rebalances. And they're just like, oh shit, yeah, no wonder guys are getting fucking hurt in the Padres organization. They don't know how science works.
And then there was the other video. They were playing with a soccer ball in the outfield before a game, and they were like trying to keep it up with their feet, like not letting it hit the ground. And Tatis basically like did the splits, twisted his leg around, trying to keep this thing like from not hitting the ground. Come on, like someone like that's Fernando Tatis. He's up there with Harper and Acuna and Tim Anderson and Mike Trout as like the faces of baseball. Like you got to make sure he's healthy, not hurting himself riding motorcycles and playing pickup with a fucking basket or with with a soccer ball. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, no, it's bad luck on him. But I mean, yeah, it's just to keep harping on him. It's rough. It's rough, especially when probably I think we were just like, yeah, you can probably maybe get a steal on him for your MVP odds, but at this point, there's no way he's going to be able to catch up and do anything
No
substantial. Way. I mean, yeah, if maybe you were lucky enough to hop on Manny Machado or whatever, but even then, just bad luck. Let me see. What do we want to move forward through now? We can talk talk basketball, a little hockey, a little football. I figure we do our usual wrap up with wrestling like usual.
Yeah, we could talk a little football. I feel like we had a little more football this week. Maybe a couple things fucking Bears related.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like the two big pieces of news coming out from this week, both DK Metcalf and Terry McLaurin no showing training camp.
Oh, how about but what about the actual Bear stuff? And wasn't Eberflus or what? Didn't we get fucking fined for having a contact practice already?
Yeah, I sort of
was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
I think it was last week. Yeah,
okay.
You are right. Bears get fined for having physical contact before you're supposed to.
Yeah, I don't care. I like that. Yeah, I love that. Let's go. Good, get them going.
Exactly. Get them going. Set the tone for the season. Be like, fuck the NFL. We're gonna come in here and do what we want, boys. They do a little Oklahoma drill, maybe a little angle tackling. Everybody growing up playing football. Everybody look forward.
And that was always the
days.
thing. Like the first week of practice, 2 weeks of practice, like I just want to fucking hit. I want to hit. Exactly. So yeah, let's do it while you want to, because week 11, 12, 13, you're gonna be like, I don't want nothing. Don't come near me. Don't fucking touch me.
Yeah, I just want to sit in the ice bath.
Yeah, I want to sit in the I want an ice bath, and I want fucking nachos. Don't fucking come near me with nothing. So yeah, exactly. Let them hit now while the iron's hot. So yeah. That's good on them, but yeah, with the no shows, how we relating that?
Yeah, DK and Terry McLaurin, two, I'd say superstar receivers in this league, both no showing. Reports say that both of them aren't happy with their contract. They see and we'll talk about it in a little bit. They see what some of these other wide receivers are getting paid now in the league, and they feel like they want that. They want a contract that sort of resembles what other guys are getting paid, and I'm all for it. I think one of these two guys would be a great move if the Bears can go out and trade some assets, trade some bad draft picks for one of these guys. We all know the Bears are going to have fucking $140 something million to spend in this offseason. And I would like to see a DK Metcalf or a Terry McLaurin on this team. I don't care if it means trading a second round, a third round, a fourth round, a couple of picks to get one of these guys. I think both of them have obviously, the big body, the wide range of things that DK Metcalf can do for you. And then Terry McLaurin, he's undersized, but also underrated. Like that dude
100%.
Makes some catches. He's an amazing route runner, amazing hands. I think they would compliment Darnell Mooney.
And he's been given the short end of the stick because he's had some very not good quarterbacks being thrown to him. And he's had some very good games, just not only just in fantasy, just in actual, just stats wise. He's had some very nice games.
And hey, fucking Terry McLaurin, former Ohio State Buckeye. Who else is an Ohio State Buckeye?
Justin Fields, baby.
Fields. So, hey, get the little fucking Buckeye connection going there. I would not mind giving up, I don't know what young players we would have to offer. Probably fucking none of them.
Yeah, but definitely picks.
Giving up some picks to acquire one of these dudes and then paying them the money they want in the offseason.
Yeah.
Which they'll probably want it now, and I'd be okay with the Bears going out and paying them now. I'm not sure. I don't got the number pulled up with the salary cap information and how much we got to spend this year, but if we got, what they want, I would not mind spending the money now, getting rid of the draft capital, and having ourselves a nice 1-2 wide receiver combo going into next season.
Yeah. Obviously, you're going to tier. Just personally, because I think he's a freak of nature in a good way. DK Metcalf, then Terry McLaurin. But I'd agree. But I mean, if you get either or, that's fantastic. I think DK Metcalf, like I just said, freak of nature. He's like, what, 6'4"? He's like 240, 250. He's like almost a LeBron James being out there as a wide receiver. It's
I
just,
know this was a
it's
couple weeks
ridiculous.
ago, but did you hear the dude talking about his fucking his diet, like what he would eat every day?
No,
Like he would just eat candy. Like he doesn't eat meals. He
that's
just eats
fucking
candy. He ate,
insane.
it was like sour Skittles or sour gummy worms or Sour Patch Kids. I
Oh
think that's
my
what it was. He's
God.
like, I just eat like 4 or 5 boxes of this a day and just chug water. I was like, and you have like 2% body fat and you're
Yeah,
6'4",
what?
230, whatever the fuck you are.
I
Like
don't, yeah, it blows my
genetic
mind.
freak. How lucky some
Yeah,
people are.
it's absolutely insane. And yeah, and then just to get him off of a team that is just an absolute dumpster fire that is Seattle
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
him
They
and I wouldn't be surprised if him and Lockett are out of there.
Oh yeah, that I mean, like they have to be doing everything that they can to get the fuck out of there. There's no way that they want to stay. Like that's going to be a brutal season over there. I mean, probably not only just this season, probably for the time being. They're gonna be in the basement for a minute. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, and again, just like
couple
I said,
minutes, Jim.
yeah, Terry McLaurin. I mean, I don't know. They could be. I feel like they'll probably be the team that the Commanders will be able to make some sort of agreement. I don't think McLaurin it seems like out of the box type guy. He seems very reasonable. They could probably come to some sort of agreement. But if you can get him on the Bears, I'll take it. That's an absolute
Yeah,
either one. Two very
yeah.
good number ones that Justin Fields can
Oh yeah.
grow
Looking at it,
and be successful with.
looking at
But
the numbers right now, the Bears got $22.2 million to spend right now. Dish off fucking Robert Quinn, clear a little bit more money, go out and get a fucking that number one weapon on your offense because
if that's what
Byron
needs to be
Pringle
made,
ain't
so
cutting
be
it.
it. Yeah, Byron Pringle.
Byron
Yeah.
Pringle, Byron whatever Pringle ain't fucking cutting it.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
he's doing donuts in the parking lot. He ain't giving a fuck about how much
Yeah,
he's getting paid.
he
He
don't
don't
give a
care.
fuck.
Yeah. So I mean, just yeah, that'd be good. That'd be fun. Get him over here. And like I said, I don't know. Just root. I would love to root for DK Metcalf and for all the positive
Yeah.
reasons. Like
You know what
he's
I want? And
yeah.
I would be happy with either of these guys, but I would be happy with this new Bears regime just making a fucking big move. Obviously, we tried making the big move with defensive tackle who got hurt. What was his fucking name? Larry Ogunjobi?
Yeah, correct.
We tried to make he's not a fucking superstar player, but we tried making a big move by acquiring him going forward for I think it was 3 years at the time. Unfortunately, that fell through.
Yeah.
And that was like early in the Eberflus Ryan Pace like regime. I want to see the Bears go out. I know the Bears are even with one of these guys, with one of these wide receivers, the Bears are still going to win fucking 4 or 5, maybe 6 games. I want to see this team and this front office go out there and say, okay, we ain't there now, but we're gonna fucking be there soon. And it starts right now, making a big fucking, whether it's trade, free agency signing, and getting one of these big weapons on offense. So I would love to have either of them. I would love to see this front office put their fucking balls on the line and say, okay, you guys think we're the Bears? We're the pushovers. This ain't fucking Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace anymore. This is a new regime and we're going to be going for it. So that's what I would like to see. Just the,
show us something. Show us that you want to. Yeah, show us that you want it.
Pushovers anymore.
Yeah, show us that you want to be.
Yeah.
Make a statement that you want to just. Yeah, exactly that. You don't want to be in the basement. You don't want to be the next Detroit Lions. You don't want to just be another fucking team that is like, oh, that's an automatic W. Like a lot of teams probably just look at the Bears and like say that's an automatic W. So you don't want to be that, and that's kind of what it's. If it's something like that, if we can get some sort of shape, if we can be. Just create an identity for the Bears. That's why I feel like the Bears don't have an identity right now.
They don't
try to be the defensive team. That's kind of out the window right now. So we need to be something new. We got to either be the new bloods with the new hot offense with the new Justin Fields type running style, throwing and shit like that. Or we got to bulk up on defense again. There's no identity on this team. So we got to get something going. Make it known.
I totally agree.
That's where my head's at right now. So
yeah. And one last piece of Bears information, Bears news, not really Bears news. Shout out to our boy, Alan Gator. He got me this cool ass golf ball marker while you guys were out in Vegas.
Yeah.
And we went out and we hung out. We got some dinner and watched the new Jurassic Dominion movie over the weekend. And he gave it to me and he's like, "Hey, Bill, I know you play poker a lot. I got you this Bears poker chip for like whenever you guys play poker. You could just set it up and have it like as a little decoration when you play poker." And I was looking at it, I was like, "Thank you, Alan, but that's not what this is. Like, do you know what this is?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "This is a golf ball marker. When you go golfing, you're on the green. You don't want anybody else, anybody else's ball to hit your ball. You put down this little fucking marker behind your golf ball."
Oh, that's
so,
pretty sick.
thank you, Alan. This is fucking sick. I'm going to use this. I golf all the fucking time.
I'm
going to use this until I fucking die.
Obviously, I was with him when the trip, but it's like a poker chip, and then you flick up that little metal piece right there, and it's
yeah.
Okay, so it's got the little magnet.
Chip. Yeah, it's a poker chip with a magnet. And then on the inside, that's where the little golf ball marker is. And it just comes out, magnetizes right back in.
Okay.
Fits perfectly in your pocket. So
okay,
fucking
cool.
Shout out to the Gator, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking the same thing. We couldn't really make heads or tails of what exactly it was. But I mean, at the very least, we're like, this looks pretty cool. Bill would appreciate it. So, yeah. Again, obviously Alan bought it and he was like, "Yeah, I'll get this for Bill." So it was his idea. So
yeah. So I definitely do appreciate it. Thank you, Gator. I'll respect you this week. Maybe not come the beginning of fucking July. But yeah, I've been marking my golf balls for years with just a T, or I put like a penny behind it. So now I got something a little fancy. Maybe something that'll bring me a little fucking good luck on the golf course. Always looking for good juju on the golf course. So thank you, Gator, for the new Chicago Bears golf ball marker.
Yeah. We can stay with some wide receiver news while we're just still talking.
Yeah, I know you got some big news you want to talk about. Fucking bust
dude.
It out.
The best wide receiver in the league got an extension. Yes, he is staying for the long haul. He's going to be there for a couple minutes, staying in the West Coast. We all know, we all saw him. Like I said, saw him in the playoffs. He had a pretty, he's pretty decent in there. So, Hunter Renfrow going to be staying with the Las Vegas Raiders. He got extended. Yeah, clap it up, give it up. Yeah, honestly, I mean, that's hopefully what I heard you clapping.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know. Yeah. So, no, and I guess it was also thrown in there. Cooper Kupp, he got an extension too. I think like 2 more years on a $92 million deal. Whatever. Just another guy, just another wide receiver. But I mean, we'll just be seeing those 2 guys on the West Coast. Obviously, Hunter Renfrow on the Raiders, Cooper Kupp on the Rams. I just thought that was the big news. Everyone's getting paid. The news on the wide receivers a lot. I mean, just not just wide receivers, just the players in general. A lot of things kind of slowed down just in NFL signing. Is pretty. It happens, explodes in the beginning, and then there's just like kind of pitter patters towards the end as training camp and all that stuff's starting to come up. So good on them. I think the only thing that we didn't say, as far as whatever training camp wise, Deebo Samuel actually attended San Francisco 49ers training camp. So that after he was like holding out and all that shit, am I wrong on that? I don't remember.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he did actually show up. So that's I don't know what that means. Well, maybe they were able to come into some good graces with each other and make some sort of inner deal. So that's cool on them. But
yeah, I know for sure. After that one nightclub video surfaced of him like, nah, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
everyone thought he was gone, and apparently they must have fixed something.
100%. Yeah, but maybe just your thoughts on just the greatest wide receiver that we currently see right now, Hunter Renfrow, and like I said, Cooper Kupp gets an extension as well.
Widow Hunter Renfrow, baby. I love that guy. Target machine. I think with the addition of fucking Devontae Adams, this dude is going to thrive still next year. Darren Waller, Devontae Adams, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens. I don't give a fuck who's on that offense.
Sidebar. Renfrow. Did you see what Devontae Adams said about Derek Carr? He was just comparing him to Aaron Rodgers, and he was basically saying they're one and the same, man. They're the same person. They're the same thing.
Don't get me started. Maybe to one up you, did you hear what Tyreek Hill said about Tua Tagovailoa being more accurate than Patrick Mahomes?
What?
What are you smoking down there in Miami? You must be sharing some of the bath salts with the crackheads to say shit like that. Unbelievable. Listen,
Tyreek Hill wants Andre Iguodala to take the last shot instead of Steph Curry.
No, he wants fucking Draymond Green to take the last shot. Fucking he's like, the world's on the line. Martian's got the laser beam pointing at Earth. I want Al Horford to shoot it or some stupid shit. I want fucking Kendrick Perkins to shoot the ball. That's basically what he just said. But yeah, what dumb comments. Fuck. I guess maybe Derek Carr is nowhere on the level of fucking Aaron Rodgers. And I mean, to put it in comparison, Derek Carr is more like Aaron Rodgers than Tua is to fucking Patrick Mahomes. So they gotta say that. Those are their boys.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Gotta say it, but like no one believes it. So Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, if you are tuning into episode 108,
we don't believe you.
Degenerates podcast. Nobody believes you, and it's all right. It is all right because we just get a kick out of stuff like that.
Yeah, and then we lie all the time. Everyone lies all the time. So I mean,
I might take Justin Fields 1-1 overall in my fantasy drafts this year.
I will.
I might take the Bears defense fucking second round. Come on.
Come on now. I mean, yeah, that's just absolutely ridiculous. I think yeah, what were we even talking about? Just more wide receivers?
Yeah, just Debo, wide receivers. Muhsin Muhammad is coming back to the Bears. Bernard Berrien, fucking Rex Grossman.
Yeah,
I don't even know where the fuck we were talking about.
Yeah.
What's going on with Jack Del Rio? Because you had this written down here. I didn't hear nothing about.
You didn't hear? How did you not hear any? Okay, so I mean,
I don't know.
I kind of got the gist of it. I don't know. I got the details a little not hairy. It's kind of straight up and up in everyone's face. But Jack Del Rio, he said he must have. I don't remember if he said it first on Twitter or if he said it in a post press game interview or not press game, whatever. He was basically comparing the January 6th fucking invasion on the Capitol, saying that was just a dust up and saying that the George Floyd riots and everything, that was more problematic. So again, just he got fined $100,000 for making those comments. While I said, like, again, that was just a bit of a paraphrase of what that was. I think the shock of it, comes from in my mind, comes from how high the fine is, but everyone is just in awe, very, very offended by the idea of just downplaying the Capitol fucking whatever riot or whatever.
Invasion. I don't know what you would call it. Invasion. Yeah. I like that word. I like that word.
Yeah. So I guess downplaying that and comparing it to the George Floyd riots were just, when they're just not, you can't compare them. That was over, someone, they were just trying to fight for someone's life and, that's all hairy. That was a couple years ago now. So I don't know, that seems to be what it was. Like I said, he canceled it. He got canceled. He deleted his Twitter. Everything's gone, but it's not gone, screenshots and bullshit. So
it's there forever.
Absolutely. And then I think isn't he working for the Commanders or the Raiders? Either one, they came out with a statement saying that they don't agree with it. That's why they find him so fucking high. I think he's trying to appeal it because again, it's a hefty fine. I know that these NFL coaches, and he's probably been paid pretty well. So I don't know.
Yeah, he is on Washington right now, Jim.
Yeah, there you go. So they're like, yeah, and they're already in,
maybe he was just defending like his new home state, like he was like, listen, we got, he was just defending Washington D.C., making him. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
fuck.
just I would just chalk it up to he's a dumbass. So yeah, you can't. He's since apologized and everything. So you can't. Hopefully, everyone just doesn't sit here and
Yeah, I
and harp
wonder
on
what
him
his
too
thoughts
long.
on
But
fucking Colin Kaepernick would be. Oh, I'd like to ask him. Jack Del Rio, let's put him on episode 109. Sit
oh
down
yeah,
live with the degenerates.
no, I think they're gonna take away the microphone from him for the time
Yeah, we're
being.
gonna have to get the bleep button ready for that fucking
Oh yeah,
interview.
oh yeah, exactly. You fucking
Fire
Mark.
me, yeah, I was just about to say that. Fire me, you fucking Mark.
Yeah, exactly. So, whether or not you think, I mean, he should get fined. That is, some pretty ridiculous thing to say. Just, I guess the debate would be: is it too high? Is it too low? I mean, 100K. That's the most I've seen for someone being, fined for just saying something stupid. So that's just where I
Yeah,
see
I mean,
that.
if I remember correctly, didn't Aaron Rodgers get fined less for lying about, not lying, but misleading about his COVID fucking?
Probably. I
I
mean,
feel like that is,
I don't
I
think
don't know.
Ray Rice even fined this much for beating his girlfriend up. I don't
I mean,
fucking
Ray
know.
Lewis killed someone. He's in the Hall of Fame.
That's
So the
true
NFL
too.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the no fun league. I tell you, that's what
Yeah,
everyone says.
unbelievable.
But again, yeah, that's again just on him. Fucking what a dumbass, Jack Del Rio. Yeah, it's bad true Morty. I say, we just
Yeah.
haven't set him up. I wouldn't. Yeah, just bad true Morty. What a dumbass. And that's, with that being said, we can move on to, NBA, NHL finals. Stanley Cup's basically set. And we just had pivotal game 5 in the NBA finals. So we can get to that. So either one, where we want to roll with.
I'll talk a little hockey. Start it
There you
off.
go.
Fuck it. Get it over
At
real
the
quick.
good hockey game.
Yeah. I mean, Stanley Cup Finals is set. I mean, it's been pretty much clear cut who we were going to get in the Western Conference and the Avalanche. And then we get Tampa Bay, down 2-0 against the Rangers. They come back, win 4 straight. They're going to their 3rd straight Stanley Cup. We got the best possible matchup there was. I had said all the way back in the beginning, no, don't want to toot my own horn here, but the winner of the Lightning Maple Leafs, we're going to represent the Eastern Conference in the Stanley Cup final. And that's exactly what we got. I think everyone knew the Avalanche were going to be here. So game 1 starts Wednesday, 7 p.m. on ESPN Plus. Colorado going to have the first 2 games at home. And this whole time I've been rooting for Colorado. I say how good they are, their depth. I've done a 180. And for 2 reasons, and I'll explain why. I'm going to take the Lightning to win their 3rd straight Stanley Cup. I think they have been down so much in these playoffs. They have looked like shit at times, and they just find ways to win. And when it comes to the playoffs, that is all that matters.
That was going to be my question. Is it fool's gold for me to look at I think they're right hovering around like plus 140. I've seen as high as plus 160 to win the series. Is it fool's gold to be like, hey, I want to take the possibly 3-time defending or 2-time defending champion right now?
Yeah, it is not. And I don't think it's fool's gold at all. I actually bet on it. I got it at plus 155 for the Lightning to win the Stanley Cup. They're solid in every line, every fucking defensive pairing. Obviously, they got the best goalie in the world with Andrei Vasilevsky. And they're getting one of their top players, Braden Point, back. So I love it. I love the Avalanche. They just got some question marks. I mean, they've been flip-flopping who their goaltender is. It feels like every series, like they've had a different goaltender. It used to be Darcy Kemper, and then it was I'm definitely going to say his last name, but Francois or whatever his name is, some fucking French Canadian fucking fuck. So I just think with the inconsistencies they've had in goal, going up against, like we've said, Vasilevsky, the best goalie in the world, 2-time, back-to-back Stanley Cup champ, I'm going to take the Lightning. So I did bet on them to win it. I also bet on Andrei Vasilevsky plus 450 to win the Conn Smythe, which is the finals MVP. Because if the Lightning do win, it's going to be because of him. So, my first thought being the goaltender situation. I was leaning more Tampa, and then I had actually posted a picture, I believe yesterday, in one of our group chats, that I was just like, oh yeah, it makes all the sense now. We sort of got like a Marian Hossa Blackhawks situation. Um, Everyone knows 2018 Marian Hossa was on, I believe, Detroit, or he was on Pittsburgh and Detroit won. And then the next year he was on Detroit and Pittsburgh won, or maybe I flip-flopped that back and forth. And then he came to the Hawks in 2010 and got the win. We have that going on right now with Corey Perry.
Oh, okay.
Corey
Now
Perry,
you did send that.
Yeah, Corey Perry 2020 was on the Dallas Stars, made it all the way to the Stanley Cup final and lost to Tampa Bay. Last year, 2021, the bubble year, gets traded to Montreal, makes it to the Stanley Cup final and lost to Tampa Bay. And now in 2022, he is on the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley Cup finals. I think the stars are just aligning. They're going for the dynasty. They're going for the three-peat. Corey Perry wants that fucking Stanley Cup, wants a Stanley Cup before he retires. That's why I'm riding with the fucking Lightning. I think, like you said, they're somewhere between plus 140 and plus 160 on all the sports books right now to get the series win. And
Points
I'm going to ride with the
SYS9.
fucking Lightning. Yep, I'm riding with the fucking Lightning to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, no, I like that. For the whole thing, for the storyline, for 3 straight. I mean, again, I guess the hacky question, just the commenter of myself, the outsider looking in, a hockey fan wise, is it more beneficial that Colorado had such a long break, or is it more beneficial that Tampa Bay's been playing these games, that they're in their groove, that they're just like it?
I think
they're set, ready
it
to
leans
roll.
more towards Tampa Bay just playing and being in their groove. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw it with Tampa Bay after they losing games 1 and 2 to the Rangers. I think they had like 4 or 5 days off before those 2 games, and they looked like dog shit games 1 and 2. So I think it definitely advantage to the Lightning just for being there, playing their games, and just winning games, finding ways to win games. Like I said, I think it's going to roll into the finals here, and I think they'll get it done in I'll say 6.
There you go. I like that. I mean, that's just it's gonna be very competitive, and that's just I mean, we always talk about this is like the most exciting type of playoffs, and here we are. This is the finals of the most exciting type of playoff that there is. So this is gonna be balls to the wall, nonstop action. So I mean,
and like I said at the beginning, this was the best possible matchup we could get. Like,
I think
this is
so.
going to be an amazing final.
I think so. I mean, even with maybe like these teams aren't like the highest, like, oh, they're not a New York or a Los Angeles team. You're not bringing in the 2 biggest markets or whatever. If the diehard hockey fan loves this matchup, and this can bring in the common fan, just because this is gonna be such good hockey to watch no matter what. I mean,
it really is.
It's intriguing. It's gonna be a great series, I feel, and I think leaning towards getting at least 6 games. That's gonna be the hope. I don't know. I like it. You obviously you got skin in the game with the bet. I haven't done anything just yet on anything. I mean, that's just because I get cooked in hockey. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. My brother is a big Colorado guy. He's going to be rooting for the Avalanche, obviously. So maybe I'll just take a step back.
I got one of my buddies. I have one of my buddies who lives up in New York. Shout out Ormy. We play NHL together a lot, and he's a big Avalanche fan. He's an Avalanche and a Raiders fan, so he lives up in New York.
Good combo.
Teams are everywhere. He's faithful though. He's not one of those guys who's just bandwagon fucking. I just like who's good. No.
Clearly not. He's a Raiders fan.
Exactly. I mean, he's a diehard with all. He's a Tennessee Volunteers fan. So that just shows you he's a fucking diehard.
And a degenerate if you're going to be watching college, college sports, college baseball, basketball. Yeah. I mean, they're more. I mean, probably football and baseball, if anything. So,
and we were talking the other day, and I feel so bad. We were just talking up the Avalanche and why we both think they're going to win it all, and then all this comes out, which is Corey Perry and maybe the inconsistencies in net for Colorado, and I feel bad doing a fucking 180. So, Ormy, I'm sorry if you're listening. If they do win, I'll be happy still. Yeah. I'll lose a couple dollars, but Yeah, no matter who
TV's what
wins
it
this
is.
series, no matter who wins this series, it's going to be great for hockey. You're either going to have the three-peat dynasty with the fucking Tampa Bay, or what I believe you're going to get the start of a new dynasty with Colorado because they're that young, they're that deep, and
Yeah.
they're that fucking talented. So,
I think you made mention to it. Yeah.
like you said, this is going to be amazing for hockey either way.
Yeah. I think it was just
The diehards and the casuals.
Yeah, I think you said 2 weeks ago. It's just this is the turning point for Colorado to like they were kind of falling off, not doing as well as what they could in past seasons, and now they finally it's clicked, and now this could be the start of not just one Stanley Cup, but probably a couple more down the line. So yeah, that's pretty cool for them. Exciting for all those guys. Yeah, if you're good on that, I can transition to a little hardwood, a little bit of basketball.
Yeah, let's talk a little fucking basketball.
No, basketball. Yeah, no. Like again, speaking of getting cooked, finally it was like, yeah, let's bet on that third quarter. Golden State, they win that third quarter every time. They got absolutely wrecked. So I'm like, oh, maybe with Boston, they're coming back. That +4 is gonna hit. No. Golden State just comes out and blows them out in game 4. I mean, that's always the pivotal one. Now the Golden State's up 3-2 in the series. Who knows? I mean, that was the first time. Was it? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was the first time a team's won back to back in this series. But now, like I said, Game 6 can be held in Boston. I don't see how Boston just doesn't punch them right in the mouth and try and get this one right back and go for a Game 7. I'm trying to think. Again, Steph Curry played like shit game 5. I think he just went 0 for 7, 0 for 9 from 3.
0 for 9. Yeah, of course. The one
disgusting.
time, like you get cooked on the hockey, I get cooked on basketball. And the one and only time I've ever bet on Steph Curry to hit over on 3-pointers, he doesn't make fucking one for the first time in 4.5 years. So
yeah,
fuck
it's
me.
Bad. Yeah, I mean, and to think that if he did that, some people were probably like, oh, he didn't do well, and Golden State ended up winning. If Steph Curry if Steph Curry only puts up 17 points again and he goes 0 for 9 again from 3, I don't think they're going to be able to beat them in Boston like that. So at the very least, bet responsibly always. Of course, code SYS9 when you bet on PointsBet, but maybe hammer Boston the Boston Celtics, depending on that line. They're going to be hungry, obviously going to want to finish it off. Some people are also with that narrative of they've went so deep in their runs. They've went game 6s, game 7s, and just about every single one of their series besides the opening sweep. Maybe they're just out of gas. Their tank is running low. That can definitely be something, especially when you got to defend guys like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. They're just absolutely lights out and just so athletic. It's getting tough, and I understand that. But they still are the number 2 defense from all of the entire from the season. It's been an exciting series to watch, to say the very least. A lot of unders hitting, but I mean, yeah, I think Game 5 was the that obviously always a pivotal one. I don't know. Still can't sit here and predict and say what's what. This has been a very unpredictable series. As soon, like you just said, as soon as we're hopping on the bandwagon to get on some plays, the trends and all that, these 6-0 things are going 6-0, 7-0, they end up losing. So you don't even know what to do anymore. So yeah. Like I said, Game 6 will be held in Boston Wednesday night, correct, if I'm not mistaken. And then if the Boston ends up winning, going to Game 7, we'll see them back again probably Friday night. They got to get a day or two to travel, so probably Friday or Saturday for a Game 7 if need be. So either way,
actually,
again,
Game 6 is Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And then Game 7 would be Sunday. What's up with this 2 days in between bullshit? Come on, it's only basketball.
I don't know.
Come on.
The travel day. Oh, that's right. The travel day. They got to travel from like they don't do one. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's cool. That's what just makes these
I guess
stretches
it's
of the
good.
playoffs
They're not
so
competing.
long.
They're not competing with NHL. I guess
That's
the good part.
That too. They have some sort of mutual respect, but it's just like holy when they're already doing advertisements for summer league basketball coming up in middle of July. And you're like, the finals aren't even done, dude. Like we're in the middle of June already. Like, geez, can the season end? But can we Can we finish one pack of candy before we open another jar? Like, what are we doing? Just let's relax. Yeah, like I said, it's almost done. One more game for sure. Two more at max. So I can't be wrong. I can't be upset. I know a lot of people are like, Golden State wins again. I like watching Steph Curry. So, I mean, I can't be upset. I mean, again, it's just, yeah, we sick of the same thing over and over again for some. Just add on to the legacy that is Steph Curry. I mean, he's his first ballot Hall of Famer. So, again, whatever. So, they'll probably end up. I don't even want to sit here and predict it. So go basketball.
Yeah, I just hope like my sister says when it comes to sports, I just hope both teams have fun.
There you go. That's it. I hope they have fun. Hope the fans have fun. That's all you can ever ask for. Yeah. With that being said, wrapped up basketball, hockey, all the major sports. We can get the little wrestling to wrap this baby up. We got some, actually, I didn't write it down in our notes. I did find out some good news. We got some bad news, and we got some sexy news.
Oh, sexy wrestling news. Ooh. Sky Blue ?
What? No. Okay. All right.
I gotta go to bathroom.
Yeah. No, all right.
Kidding. Let's fucking go. Let's talk some wrestling.
Okay. I'll start good news. Just something that I was able to pick up from a Wrestling Observer Radio or whatever, and just the Twitter world, Twitterverse. Hello, Twitter world. Yours truly, Big E Langston. Big E, he's got he broke his neck a couple weeks ago. We haven't really heard anything anything since, but on his personal account, and I think WWE made a big deal about it on SmackDown or something. He threw away his neck brace into the garbage can. I think that's what the image was. So, and then it's actually good news. It's actually very good news. We were talking about possibly like he's doing the very most to avoid getting fusion surgery, and a lot for that. That's what basically ended like Taz's career and shit like that. So it sucks when shit like that has to happen. But because he's like, he's just so big. He's so massive of a man that like if that happened to anybody else, sure, they would have probably had paralysis, probably would have had a stroke, probably could have died for like right then and there. So, shout out to Big E for being so freakishly strong and working out. So if that's any, inspiration for anyone to get up and go out, go do that. So, I mean, obviously you're not gonna be flipped on your head anytime soon, I hope, but go to the gym, do some running, do something, do some push-ups. I'll do the same. But
what's that one machine where you put your head in it and you like work out your neck and you basically just head bang? I've seen some videos. It was like, me getting ready for all the metal concerts this summer. And it's just this dude on like the lat pull down machine, but he has like the strap around his head and he's just head banging. And I was like, fucking Slayer. But yeah,
exactly. Anyway. You can do that. So that's, like I said, good news from him. You can probably check into actually what he posted probably on his Twitter. So, like I said, good news. That's positive. Should I go? Yeah, we'll go more negative downward news.
End it with the sexy. Come on.
We'll keep it. We'll stay seated, Val Venus. We'll get to you. Let me see. The bad news this week was news made around the world. Kind of couldn't get out of the public eye. While you can avoid like getting some injuries and some shit, something like this where it's on the news. A DUI, another DUI for Jeff Hardy pops up on the news.
Another one.
I think it's third in the last 3 years or something like that.
3 strikes, he's out.
Yeah, that's the problem. Also reports of him being like 3 times over the legal limit. He was at like a 0.29 or something like that. So just ridiculously high. He needs help.
Was he high or drunk?
No, he was drunk. He was intoxicated.
Okay.
I was saying the blood alcohol.
Okay.
Content was extremely high, but I mean, he probably could have been also under the influence of that. But whatever. At the very least, like you just said, he needs help. AEW came out with a statement officially saying that he's going to be suspended indefinitely without pay until he goes and gets some sort of treatment done, and then furthermore stay sober after the fact. He's in the same statement that they said that he's also open to getting treatment. He doesn't want to deal with this. Obviously, He's been in pain visibly. He wasn't very
Yeah.
good. I think it was prior to that Darby Allin match, but that Darby Allin match that he had really took a toll on him. You saw it in the Double or Nothing match. I believe from what I understand, he was knocked out in something like in a match or two prior, but so not good. And it makes sense that he's in a lot of pain. He's going to turn back to his old vices of probably going to painkillers and just taking and being intoxicated on alcohol. So it sucks, but yeah, it affects a lot of things. Obviously, we don't know anything about the upcoming ladder match that was supposed to happen in Road Rager for AEW. There was supposed to be Young Bucks, Hardys, and Jurassic Express in a ladder match for the tag titles. We don't know if that's going to stay a ladder match. We don't know if that match is getting scrapped altogether. We don't know if there's going to be.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope it stays.
I think
too.
with just the depth of like the AEW tag team division, you can throw someone else in there. Throw FTR
100%.
in there. Actually, no, we were not going to get FTR because
don't throw FTR in there.
Yeah.
You can throw it. You can do a throwaway team that can do similar stuff that would have been Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy spots. You know,
Yeah.
while they're not as entertaining, you just knew that they know that they're not going to get it. Throw Dante Martin and Matt Sydal in there together. Like I
Yeah.
said, they're just high flyers that are going to do well in a ladder match. So I think that would be pretty cool. But I mean, that's like, again, just a throwaway team. If you want to actually get numbers or something, throw Red Dragon in there. Maybe get a team from New Japan that's coming over here, something like that. But even if you just do Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express, that's going to be pretty cool too. But that's also going to affect apparently Triple Mania, AAA Wrestling, Lucha Libre. They were supposed to be the Hardys versus Dragon Lee and one other tag team partner. I forgot off the top of my head. They were going to be headlining Saturday's main event of Triple Mania. I believe it's a 2-day event. So that's going to affect it there. From what I'm understanding, the AAA still wants Matt Hardy there. They're trying to get a replacement partner, but reports from like Wrestling Observer it makes sense that like it's going to be really hard to get someone down to Tijuana, Mexico on such short notice. I think it's this upcoming Saturday, Sunday. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, just you can go ahead and give your 2 cents on it in a minute, but he needs help. And it's a shame that he has to struggle and shit like that, but just get the man some help. Firing him isn't going to be the way to go. Someone will probably scoop him up, just not right away. He needs help. He needs to heal. He needs some sort of time. So, I mean, that would just basically be it. Just get better, Jeff Hardy. We don't want this. We don't want, we hate seeing our heroes go down in a blaze, like a fiery blaze of destruction. We don't like that. We want them staying up,
Yeah. And
you Phoenix that we want.
Yeah. You've mentioned it so many times, just how wrestling is so different nowadays from how it used to be. And I wish that, I know it maybe wouldn't be ideal, but like one of these younger guys sort of, be like a crutch to Jeff Hardy, to sort of be there for him. Not like I guess you could say like a sponsor, but I don't want to use that word sponsor.
Yeah, no, like an
account,
like a buddy, like
accountability buddy.
Yeah, from South Park,
accountability buddy. Like fucking like Wardlow and MJF used to be.
Yeah, and you would think maybe it could be Matt Hardy, but I mean, I would just think that like it's a mixture of like it's his brother. He's probably said everything that he can already. Obviously, Matt Hardy has a different life. He's got he's an adult. He's 2 years. He's the older brother. I mean, everything he says just can't stick. But I like your idea. Get him a younger guy that keep him on the path of like, dude, let's not fuck this up. AEW is pretty cool. I only got to wrestle 1 or 2 times a week compared to like, shipping myself everywhere and fucking wrestling, possibly getting hurt 3 or 4 or 5 times out of the week. And yeah, I mean, that's an argument for a different time of whether or not that's what makes a wrestler, but whatever. That's just,
and like you said it perfectly. We don't want to see our fucking childhood heroes go down like this. Obviously, we want him to get all the help that he fucking needs, because he needs it. But in my book, there especially if you're a celebrity, there's no fucking reason you should be driving drunk. Like I imagine
that was also the other one.
He has a couple dollars in the bank. You call a fucking Uber, dude. Like, come on. That's just, for me, drunk driving is a big, like, if you do that, I lose a lot of respect for you just as a person, because I got personal things that have happened in my life related to fucking drunk driving. So that's a big no for me. So in that light and that side of it, obviously lose a little fucking respect for the guy, but get some help. Whatever you need to do, whether it's AA, fucking what's the fucking yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Oh yeah,
Alcohol
you got it.
Anonymous. Yeah,
Yeah.
get help, therapy, fucking talk to Moxley or something. Fucking get the guy's number he went to.
Yeah, that's a
Because we don't
shame.
want to.
Like
We don't want
Moxley
to.
just went
Yeah,
through this. Yeah, no, you're making a very good point with
yeah,
that. He just went through the substance abuse issue. While it didn't come down to him driving a car while intoxicated to get caught or whatever, it just
yeah.
something like that. Just be like, hey, Moxley just did that. Why can't I stop and get help? Who can I talk to him? Who did he go to? It's just
Exactly.
when
Fucking
you
talk to
have
a guy like
when you have
Moxley who's
all
been through
the
that
yeah when you have
stuff.
all the opportunity to go do so, and I get it, you got your time is very valuable and all that, but and everything, and you got to be so many places at once. You're a highly sought out wrestler, but you have all the resources to get help,
You
and
also,
it's a damn shame.
and I don't want to sit here and shit on Jeff Hardy because
Yeah, of
that's
course
not what
not.
I want to do. But like, you also got to think a lot of it's not just Jeff Hardy; it's all athletes, celebrities. Like their ego takes like
Hmm.
part of this. Like they don't want to admit they have a problem. They don't want to
Yeah.
admit like they need help, and unfortunately, that's a problem with a lot of celebrities. So hopefully. I hope this is the last time. Jeff Hardy's one of both of our favorite wrestlers growing up. I was so happy that he was getting one final run with his brother Matt in AEW. Hell, I
It's
wouldn't
gonna
even
be
mind.
halted for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't even have minded maybe a short fucking title reign for them just because,
Just cause. Yeah.
just cause exactly just cause you don't need a fucking reason
Yeah.
just
Just
cause.
because they're
But
the fucking Hardys.
yeah,
I mean,
get help or
yeah.
get the help you need. I hope I hope he can do that so we
Yeah.
can hopefully see him back in a ring sometime.
Yeah. And
Hopefully,
again,
maybe
yeah.
soon.
Our last thing, and I won't, like just like you don't want to sit there and harp on Hardy. Just an example, I suppose, of just this was just he just got caught. How many times did he do this before where he was probably fucked to
Yeah.
shit three shits to the wind and just decided to drive that night? Like I said, this was just he just got caught this time. This could have been 3 or 4 or 5 other times. So just
Yeah, that's
he's
what
got to
my
eat.
uncle.
Yeah, you got to recognize that while you're putting yourself in danger already, you're putting a bunch of other people in danger. We saw that with Henry Ruggs earlier this year, last year.
Yeah,
So
that's what my uncle always
yeah.
used to say. It ain't illegal if you don't get caught. And
Yeah.
he's a
Mhm.
Raider fan. That's all I need to say.
We'll
He's
leave
a
it at
Raider
that.
fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would leave it at that. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's a good way to end that part with
Yeah,
Jeff
let's
Hardy.
wrap this episode up with a little bit of fucking good news.
Yeah, we got the sexy
And I told you
news.
I'm gonna fucking look up a picture right as we're talking about this. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
this was again, maybe this could have fallen by the wayside. Didn't see a lot of people talking about it. Mick Foley's daughter, Noelle Foley. And just for you, Bill, I'll spell it out Noele,
Oh.
so you can get a good Googling.
Oh.
Noelle Foley is signing up for OnlyFans. I think she's made an attempt at the ring and all that, but due to injury and all that stuff, joining OnlyFans was her way of being able to pay for all these injury, hospital bills, stuff like that, yada yada yada. Don't need to justify it for me. And these people that set up OnlyFans just because, like we just said, because they're fucking whores. So, but the thing with me, the thing that got me is Mick Foley, her father liked the tweet. While there's boundaries of being a supportive dad and not being there in the picture at all, but does this get a little hairy for me? I don't really know if I like this, Mick. You gotta
Yeah, maybe
pull
he's
it
had
back,
too
pull
many
it back a little bit.
too many stiff chair shots.
Absolutely, yeah, a little too many bonks to the head. Now you're looking a little weird on that end. That's just what it came out to me. I don't know. Obviously, it's not Mick Foley and that's not it for Mick Foley. That's not how he rolls. Just like I said, to me looked a little creepy, but good on her. Just let her live. I
Hey,
haven't looked at the rates on the OnlyFans. I don't know how that works, but
I
yeah.
just pulled it up right now. First of all, I love her Twitter bio. Her header picture is just a picture of a bunch of donuts. I love donuts.
There you go.
Her Twitter
Relatable.
bio, this is actually pretty creative. Her Twitter bio is Mrs. Foley's baby boy's baby girl.
Yeah.
So that's, I guess that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And
then it
obviously,
says,
for anyone that doesn't know, that's what Mick Foley would say. He's like, "I'm Mrs. Foley's baby boy." Yeah, that's what he would do. So yeah,
and then
obviously,
it also says, I eat pizza sideways. And then it also just says nipples. So like,
okay.
Okay, I like the bio.
There you go. That's a solid bio. We might have to update our bio on the Degenerates podcast.
Just clicking on the OnlyFans links here. I might have to make a fucking profile.
Oh geez.
$20 a month. She is good looking. I'll give her that. But
for
just
the price
a heads up,
for the price of five coffees.
$20 a month. I don't know about that one, Mrs. Foley's baby girl or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
For any of you guys, just go on fucking Reddit and Google her name. You'll find everything on there. Don't ever buy a fucking OnlyFans. You're a sucker. But let's see. Yeah, she is good looking. She'll definitely make a couple bucks on OnlyFans. Unfortunately not from me though.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. Let's see. That about wrapped up wrestling and basically wrapped up the show in general. There was one little thing on the live golf versus PGA, but fuck it, we can talk about golf next week or something. I also understand you wanted to check up on Obi-Wan Kenobi. Unfortunately, I did not watch. We can hopefully forgive me, and we'll get back to that next week as well. The only other thing that's last lingering, if you had anything else besides that, was the golf matchup, and our boy Troy has something to say. So if we can kick back for a couple minutes, we got Troy on the line. Well, not on the line, just in a little. He's trapped in my phone. If we want to take a listen, you all good for that? You all ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, this is Troy coming in talking about the upcoming golf trip, our little putt golf, and probably some more stuff. So pack her in.
What's up, greatest, most underrated, and my favorite podcasts? I have some big Kentucky news, so Alan, take your notes.
Oh, it's Kentucky news. Okay, I missed swing and miss.
Starting on the football field, Chris Rodriguez, instead of you should have been learning how to reduce your fumbles for next year. No, you get a DUI and didn't even show up to court.
Oh, just like Jeff Hardy.
Asshole. I mean, if you were going to win Degenerates money, which I hope you do.
I hope so.
You got to reduce those fumbles. And now onto the basketball court. Shaden fucking Sharp. If you are listening to this podcast right now, you are the Josh Donaldson of last year's Kentucky team.
Damn.
You played 0 games. You got Degenerates podcast $0.
Correct.
You are the reason why Kentucky lost in the first round. And you think you could go declare for the NBA draft? You know what, Shaden Sharp? If you do not deserve from Kentucky in your intro.
Careful. Sounds like a bus went right by you.
Known as the Josh Donaldson of last year's team. And Josh Donaldson's in a fucking bathroom because he doesn't even listen to Degenerates podcast.
He is.
Anyway, now Alan Ochino.
Uh-oh.
You are the reason, you and your little crocodile buddies are the reason why Degenerates couldn't even celebrate my birthday and play Till I Collapse, because I guess that every crocodile is scared of Till I Collapse.
Yeah, that's true.
There's some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what, Alan? This Saturday, well, if it still happens, because you have until 9 p.m. Friday night to tweet at me and Degenerates.
You're on the clock.
You give up because you're scared. We would understand, Alan, if you are scared. There's nothing afraid. There's nothing wrong with admitting you're afraid to lose to me in mini golf.
Oh shit.
Okay. There's nothing wrong. But Alan, when I beat you Saturday, you can say goodbye to all your UCW championships.
All of them. Goodbye.
You'll never be eligible for a UCW championship as of
Gone. Goodbye.
Saturday. That includes women's titles, Alan, because I don't want you to go and give yourself more opportunities that you don't deserve for losing to me.
Alan with a wig on.
I feel ready. In fact, if you need a name for this episode, it's going to be Troy is ready for the crocodile.
Oh shit.
Let's go.
And so, Alan, you're going to
Doing our
go
job for us,
and
coming up with the episode
be
names.
crying because you have no more UCW championships.
Cry.
And remember, Alan, if you somehow win, which I mean, we all know you're scared, but you don't want to admit it. But if you somehow win, I never show up to UCW and get no UCW championships.
Damn.
So, Alan, before I go, are you going to shake my hand this Saturday?
Shake that
Or
hand.
are you going to be needing both hands for tissues? And I don't know if the journalists would take this as good news or bad news, but this fall and winter, you're going to be hearing a lot more of me because I'm going to be giving them more Kentucky updates.
Is that good news or bad news? We'll find out.
If it's okay with the Generous podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. And Alan, you're going down Saturday. Bye-bye, crocodile days.
Bye crocodile days. There you go. That is the message from Troy. He's ready to go, and he's ready to knock out Allen out of this little putt golf tournament that we have coming up. So I mean, hopefully Allen brought his A game. He has no rebuttal. He has until 9 p.m. on Friday. Troy and his times. He has until then to tweet at us and confirm whether or not he's going to be there. So let's see. Let's show up or show me your balls. That's what we say around here. So there you
Hey,
go.
one last piece of news.
There you go.
I'm looking up Noelle Foley on Reddit. She did a Princess Leia Return of the Jedi cosplay. I'm gonna have to order the OnlyFans and go to the bathroom. So I think I got my debit card out here. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You folded within 15 minutes. There was a 15-minute turnaround.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's a good way to wrap up this episode. Fucking thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing on the YouTube. We got some good numbers. Yeah, better, more numbers.
Yeah,
whatever.
We're gonna get this fucking computer working so you guys can see my ugly mug going forward. This computer is a piece of shit.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to Shoot Your Shot Sports, Points Bet, Code SYS9. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Troy, for the call in. Alan, get on there. Get the call in. And again, thank you to everyone listening. If you got anything else, fucking this is great. 108, right? There you go.
108 in the books. That's
Bang.
it, Jim.
Take care. Whoa.
See ya.